discuss about permanent account number. It is a 10-digit alphanumeric unique number allotted by Income Tax Department to an assessee who has applied for it. A person who has total income of more than exemptable limit and or whose total sales or gross receipts exceeds 5 lakh must possess PAN card. He has to apply for PAN card compulsorily, and it is compulsory while furnishing income tax return. An assessee has to mention PAN card. If the assessee does not mention his PAN number, then there is a penalty of 10,000. Okay, so let's read. It is a 10-digit alphanumeric unique number allotted by Income Tax Department to an assessee who has applied for it. Every person having a total income above exemptable limit and every business profession whose total sales or gross receipts exceeds 5 lakh should have applied and possess PAN. It is mandatory to quote PAN in his/her IT return. Non-furnishing or furnishing incorrect PAN attracts a penalty of rupees 10,000. Now, PAN number is an alphanumeric number. First 5 digits are alphabets, then 4 digits are numbers, and the last digit is again alphabet. First 3 digit is a random number, random alphabets from AAA to ZZZ. Okay. The fourth digit is the status of a person. For example, if it is an individual, then it is P. If it is HUF, then it is H. If it is a firm, then it would be F. And if the assessee is a company, then it is C. Okay. The fifth digit is the first letter of your name or your surname. For an individual, it would be the first letter of your surname. Now, my name is Akshita Shetty. So, in my PAN card, the fifth digit is S. Okay. Suppose there's a partnership named Blue Moon and Company. Okay. Partnership firm named Blue Moon and Company. Then the fourth digit would be F because it is a firm, and the fifth digit would be Blue Moon, so B. Okay, it's that way. The 4 digits is between 0001 to 9999. Okay, and the last digit is a random digit depending on the first 9 digit. Okay, now let's decode. Okay, let's read that. We have already decoded it. Let's read it again. Okay, decoding of 10-digit PAN. The first 5 digits are alphabets, the next 4 digits are numbers, and the last is an alphabet again. The first 3 characters are letters between AAA to ZZZ based on random selection. The fourth character tells us about the status of the PAN holder. If the fourth character is P, it means it is an individual. If the character is C, it means it is a company. H for Hindu undivided family, F for firm, and so on. The fifth character is the first letter of your surname or your name. The next 4 characters are a random selection of a number between 1001 to 9999. The 10th digit is based on the formula which takes into account the first 9 digits. Okay. Now, let us see the advantages of PAN card. So these are the 4 advantages of PAN card. Faster assessment and processing of refunds. So whenever you pay advance tax, you have to mention your PAN number. Okay. With the help of that, Income Tax Department knows that assessee holding this PAN number has paid advance tax. Okay, how much tax is paid, all that can be recorded in a proper way. Ensure tax compliances. credit for payment of tax, control over unregulated and undisclosed transaction. So with the help of PAN card, the PAN number, there is a control over unregulated or black money. Okay, so whenever there's transaction, you have to disclose your PAN card, your PAN number. So there are few cases, few transactions where the PAN card is compulsory. Okay, suppose when you buy a property worth 5 lakhs or more, you have to quote your PAN card. If you are buying a motor vehicle, then you have to quote your PAN card. While buying and selling shares and securities, you have to quote a PAN card. While opening a bank account, you need to mention your PAN card. While making a payment of more than 50,000 or more, you need to have a PAN card. You need to mention your PAN card. So this makes the regulation easier. While making a payment exceeding 25,000 or more in connection with foreign travel, if you are traveling abroad and you are making payment to the agent, travel agent, for more than 25,000, then you have to mention your PAN card. While purchasing jewelry, you have to mention your PAN card. While applying for credit card, for every financial transaction, for most of the financial transaction, you have to quote your PAN card. Okay. So PAN is mandatory requirement. It serves an evidence for train travel, proof of date of birth, proof of identity for senior citizen, etc. Your PAN card can be used as your identity card. Okay. Permanent account number goes a long way in helping out assessee in transacting with the government, as well as an evidence required in a number of situations. So PAN card is a evidence also while making transaction, and it is also like your identity card. Okay, with this we complete this chapter. Thank you very much, students.